one person's looks this way, that's what yours has to look like. And I think a lot of times we do get caught up in that, what is the word I'm looking for? We get caught up in the whole, well, mine doesn't look like status quo. Mine doesn't look, you know, like everybody else's, and it doesn't have to. You know, we may just coat up every bit of that yellow, but we'll see. I'm gonna put a lot of, not a lot, but just gonna get my sewing machine, but, and that's when I sort of watch where I put stuff, so I can make sure that it doesn't, because like here I know I'm going to have to sew over here, so this needs to sort of be, so this is going to be right up to the edge of my tag. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to cut off all of that leaf. And this I got in a Happy Mail, but I couldn't tell you who from. So if you sent it to me, thank you. I can't remember. I don't know. It was either a swap or a Happy Mail, one or the other. Has anybody been having any trouble with the post office? There's been a lot of people complaining like they're not getting things, or you know, if they send them, it's not. Oopsie. Get over here on the edge. I want it off the side of the tag, because then it's going into the next one. Oh yeah, that was just perfect. And then we'll sew that down. So we do have to sort of fold and refold after you sew it down, because like this one goes this way. Okay, so I have that. So then this one's in the bright pink one. So I am going to pause the video real fast because I have some really bright pink fabric I sort of wanted to use. So let me grab it and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I found, oops, picture on the table, so give me a second. I actually found, and you'll see this has like, there's a rose bush there, and I actually found this. It has some really bright pinks in it. I thought it would really go good with this. We'll sort of cover the purple up with it. So I thought, again, let me use my pinking shears. Trying to trim it up sometimes ends up making it worse, I think, than if I'd have left it alone in the beginning. So let's put that over there. So I have this. I thought this would be sort of cute down here where it would overlay the purple, but it would pull out. It would pull out more than that. And I have this. I think I'm going to run down the side, and then I may end up running like gold, because I want to come back and sort of accent everything with gold like this. These I'm going to put a little gold rhinestone in the middle of each of the flowers. Over here, remember we were going to put it down on the bottom just to sort of add some glitz. I do have some dangles and stuff like that we can add when we get through, because, you know, obviously that's, so I do like that. I do feel like it needs more though. I need something more bright. Let's see if I have a piece of ungodly bright pink fabric. It's just a matter of finding an area where I can cut a nice portion out. guys are probably like, she's spending so much time off. Okay, so I do have this, which will sort of blend with the pink in there. So I'm thinking if we put it over here, and you can see the black on the sides, it was actually pink fluorescent, like this fluorescent pink polka dotted fabric. Okay, let's move it over to maybe right here, where the white can cover up the black from this polka dots. Maybe tuck the corner of this in there. And then maybe we can put it on the gold. I don't know, guys. I don't like it. I think this isn't bright enough, I think is my problem. Okay, I'll try it again and see what else I can find. Hold on. Okay, I am back. I am sorry about that, you guys. Seriously. I did find all these pinks, so I think that will go really good. That'll go really good. Even the light pink, because those roses are dark and light. So I think what I'm going to do, this is sort of a glittery pink, and I like that. But I think this holds more. I think we'll use this. And it's, again, another ragged cut off from something I did. I don't know. Probably, I think I used it in a quilt. So I'm just going to cut a piece off. I'm not even going to pay attention to what size it is. And then we'll see what we can do with it. I do think we'll do that. And I do know I want to use this bright pink, because I mean it's just fits, but I think we'll put it on the side of the picture. So let me cut off a bit here where it was all wrinkled up, because there we go. This over to the edge. Glue it down where we can tuck the photo in there, and then we can actually sew around the photo too once it's in there. Here, let's put this white down the edge, and then I feel like maybe I know that's not burgundy enough. Let's see. You can't really notice that. It's really pretty. Okay, guys. I don't want to use the purple. I want to go with the pink, but I need to look in my little junk bucket. I have little fabric buckets, and it's like all of the leftover fabrics I have from just like cutting little things up. Ooh, there's a piece that might be nice. There's a piece of lace. That'd be nice. You can only use so much pink though. I mean, come on, guys. I need some burgundy in here. That's what I was looking for. Something that was a little burgundy. I may have to pull out my other bucket. Grab my other bucket. I cannot find anything burgundy, so I'm going back to my fiber bucket, seeing what I have there. Ooh, there's some. I knew I'd find it if I looked long enough. It's sort of a red burgundy. It's almost just like the purple, but it's in a red burgundy color. So, let's see, stretch this out some. I like how this keeps its shape, and then it'll bend in, and it'll keep its shape, and it bends in. So if we put this one over here, sort of going that way, over top of that. And then I think I want to put this underneath, not over. So I put this right here. That's going to accent that burgundy around there. Let's tilt this though. Let's have this going this way. No, too far. Just a little bit more. Just a tad bit. There we go. Just enough that we have enough edge there that we can put that white there. And then the bright pink down the middle. I'm not sure we need this back here after I went. I'm not sure it doesn't take too much away. So let's see what it looks like without it. I know you guys are probably, this is how I do when I'm, so you know, when sometimes things, you know, just fall together, and other times I actually think I like that. So let's glue this down. Oops, I didn't cover my fabric tack up, so it's gonna be all boogered. Okay, so this is gonna go along here.
right along the edge, and then I'm just gonna sort of put some on there because all that netting is gonna cover, and it'll be covered anyway by everything else. So I'm not even gonna make sure this is all straight, because I want it sort of not straight. And again, you know, you can, if you're interested in boho styles, and I'm gonna do the front, and then I'll do the back and take pictures and show the back. I'm not gonna make you guys stay here for all that time while I'm doing all that. Now when it takes me this long, it's been one of those days, I guess. I've had sinus headaches the last couple weeks, and it's just, I think it's taken a toll on me, because every once in a while I do something that's just like absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just gonna put this down here. And the white is going to go over here, all the way down through here. And the pink leaf I'm going to put down through the middle of here. I'm going to trim it off. There we go. I'll put this down. I am going to cut this top at an angle, because it looks more finished when it's straight. This bottom will be covered, so it won't matter. And, well, maybe not. There. And then we'll put the picture right over top of that. And again, I'm actually going to sew this with gold thread, just because it adds more of that, like, sort of fairy tale look to it. I'm going to put that sort of at an angle, just because I don't like it straight. And I got to find the top to my, oh, this should be fun. Trying to find the lid to my Fabri-Tac. Oh, Lord. Who knows? It's here somewhere. I'll have to, oh, there it is. I just had to dig through everything to find it. Okay, so I am going to sew this, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like once it's sewed, because it will look different once it's sewed. And then, yeah, I will complete the back. Technically, well, I mean, obviously you're supposed to make every side look like a tag. You could leave, if you didn't want to, you could decorate every side and have it, you know, where you flip over and every side's, or you could put your tea-dyed coffee stain paper on the back if you wanted it to be where you had a side that you could journal on. So, I mean, you sort of have that decision too if you would rather do that. But I'm going to pause this, go and sew this and all this, and then I will be back. Okay guys, I am back. I did sew, and I've just went around and trimmed up all of the strings that were left. I did, my machine has an automatic back stitch, so if you don't have an automatic back stitch, then, you know, make sure, like if you sew around your tag when you get to the end, then you back stitch. I did sew this on a diagonal because the flowers being there. I sewed each of the photos around and around the outside edges. So that's what we have. I've inked around this one and this one. Now, I could go over here and I can ink a little heavier, and you can add as much ink as you want. You know, if that's not enough ink for you, you can take your ink pad and just literally, you know, darken up the edges, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second.
It does use more ink, but it does give it that really, really dark edging, if that's what you're after. And I actually really do like the dark edges. I think it looks more of like a burnt edge. So to me, that's more bohemian, more gypsy-ish. You know, as far as fabrics that you can use, your fabric, what you could use for fabrics is, you know, it's unending. I mean, you literally can use any kind of fabric that you want. Satins, things like that. So like, okay, here's what it looks like inked. So you see that darkness. Let me try to hold it up so you can see it better. Can you see it better there? See that, how the darker on the edge? And then see over here how it looks? The unfinished edge without the ink. So the ink really does make a big difference. Now I will show you. Let me go through and just ink with my sponge. This is without dragging the ink pad across, but just sort of gives it that dirty traveled look, I think, at least to me. Okay, so this is what it looks like without using the ink block. This is what it looks like with the ink block. So there is a big difference. So I like the look of the ink block, so I just take it and sort of spread it across there. On this one I'm going to go on the edge, but I don't want it to cover that white and make all the white gray. Especially up around the top corners, I like to really ink it in. And then after that, you can come through with your ink and sort of go through, and it'll... So there you go. There's the front of my tags. I don't want to do the back of my tags because obviously I'm going to use this for a swap, and I don't want the person to see everything, so they only just get to see this side. Oopsie. So there you go. And so when it's all completed, I haven't put my ribbons and stuff in the inside, and charms, any of your tag toppers, that type of thing, you know how we all do that. I will use, I do have black hole reinforcers, so I can, and I always flip mine upside down because I think it's easier to find them. And then if you're cutting through fabric, you will have to more than likely trim the little circle off because it doesn't come all the way through, depending on how thick your fabric is. Whereas if you have like a paper backing, it does sort of help it cut all the way through. It makes it a sharper cut, I guess would be the word to say. Okay, so I will put my front ones on there. I'm not going to put my back on there because obviously they go back. And I can't put my, I won't put my, you know, little tassels or my charms that are going to hang off or anything like that. You know, beads that are going to hang or anything like that because I haven't finished the back. But yeah, so, you know, that looks crooked, but it won't look crooked when I get the things there. So there you go. So that's my version of a bohemian tag. And again, you know, like I cut these off and they're all scroungy and off, but I sort of like that because it gives it that whole worn, traveled look. So, you know, I'll go through and sort of help the threads along. Cut any of the, like this, the extremely long threads I'll cut off. But yeah, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I know it was really long. I apologize for that. But there you go, all sewed, ready to go. So we will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time. Bye.